If we had a better structure, I thought I had some kind of stuff in mind to say geopolitical zones. And we had a plan that every geopolitical zone must have a power station, for example. That means we have a minimum of 6 strong power stations.
Yes.
It's very important that we embrace these investors.
I think what they want to do now is to be able to make them understand that, look, going forward, it's no longer going to be business as usual. Whatever that may be happening in the past, we want to now be able to put a system in place that will checkmate, correct the ills of the past, give us a new pedestal from which to stand and operate going forward.
Officially, what we get in the country, 79% is from crude, foreign exchange, 11% is from oil, from gas, natural gas. Between the two of them is 90%.
If we are getting whatever it is we are getting from oil revenue today, you look at the oil revenue is more than enough to take Nigeria to her next level. But at the end of the day, the processes, the leakages, and so many things that have become like an epidemic on our economy will not allow whatever we are gaining or getting from this deposit or these blessings from God to give us what we are looking for.
The coming of Brazil now this time is important. Then first they have to organize a workshop for these herders, those who rear cows. This is why it's good for you to have your cows in a particular place, and these are things you do to feed them well, and they will equally have good meat for consumption.
The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and in the other way around, the beginning of a thing also can predict what the afternoon or the evening of that same thing would look like. With the trend that has not been curbed and nothing has been discussed about it, for instance, when you see a project like fuel subsidy removal and you don't have a substitution or alternative like stomach infrastructure or welfare package for the same people that you are coming up to lead, and even though I didn't hear her directly, but it was in news that the president's wife made a speech that Nigeria should not be afraid that they are not coming to loot Nigeria because they are already having money. They are billionaires or trillionaires. So people were depending on that speech. Okay, if you come up, at least if you are a rich man and you come to manage a team, you make your influence affect the people so that they will now have hope. So right now, apart from God, sir, the trend that we are seeing in our economic ecosystem does not promise any better show for anybody.
If we had a better structure, I thought I had some kind of stuff in mind to say geopolitical zones. And we had a plan that every geopolitical zone must have a power station, for example. That means we have a minimum of 6 strong power stations.
Yes.
It's very important that we embrace these investors.
I think what they want to do now is to be able to make them understand that, look, going forward, it's no longer going to be business as usual. Whatever that may be happening in the past, we want to now be able to put a system in place that will checkmate, correct the ills of the past, give us a new pedestal from which to stand and operate going forward.
Officially, what we get in the country, 79% is from crude, foreign exchange, 11% is from oil, from gas, natural gas. Between the two of them is 90%.
If we are getting whatever it is we are getting from oil revenue today, you look at the oil revenue is more than enough to take Nigeria to her next level. But at the end of the day, the processes, the leakages, and so many things that have become like an epidemic on our economy will not allow whatever we are gaining or getting from this deposit or these blessings from God to give us what we are looking for.
the coming of Brazil now this time is important, then first they have to organize a workshop for these herders, those who rear cows. This is why it's good for you to have your cows in a particular place, and these are things you do to feed them well, and they will equally have good meat for consumption.
Have you on the program, and of course not forgetting to say that we will be now quite earlier than this, and so apologies must come for that. And then we say please do bear with us as we are on and starting without any further ado. And right away I must say that it's a pleasure to have you as part of the program we've got today. Okay, Chukwanubog here, and I've got two guests on the program this day. And these two guests, one is seated here with me, and the other is reaching us via the net. So we are going together. And the one seated here with me is an entrepreneur. I'm talking about the one that is the convener of the Abuja Traders and Entrepreneurs Roundtable. I'm talking about Abdulaziz Idris. Good to have you on the program, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Right, and of course he is also the chairman of the Dutalaji Traders Association. All right, I've also got another person with me. As I said, he is not live here with us, but then he's live with us and not in the studio. I'm talking about someone that's a business development strategist, business development consultant, and he is Harrison Prince. Harrison, it's a pleasure to have you on the program. Okay, I don't know whether I had Harrison, so let's try and see. Okay, we'll try and see how to make sure we'll hear you well, because personally I didn't pick it, but welcome. It's good to you can hear me well, is it not, Harrison?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, okay, please try and speak up a bit, Harrison, please. Try and speak up a bit. And today we have a topic, and the topic is fresh business ideas. Looking at it, we're saying coping with the economy. You know, why we're using this topic is that when you see that the economy is biting, let me use the word biting, and certain things are not coming the way you would have expected to see them, you start looking for fresh ideas. What fresh do you need to do to make your business get better? And what fresh could you do to help you maybe start something else in addition to the one you have, what you would like to call side business or side runs. And so this day, that's what we want to talk about. And it's good to say that I had to get someone that is into business on an effective note, leading to, and being a convener of a round table for business persons, that there will be some beautiful and good ideas we could get from him. That's why I asked you to come, sir. In addition, there is someone that's also a business development strategist. So it's together that I got you both. Good to have you again. Let's begin with you straight away, sir. The businesses we see in our lives today, around us today, are varying depending on what somebody wants. But then looking generally at all of it, you see that as a result of the economic how do I say, drive that is hard on the people at a time like this. People will see that the thing they're doing does not make ends meet any longer. And so what happens? What do we do? How can we move from there if someone is not getting it? And how can one cope with the economy?
Yes. Good morning once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Viewers on the KAFTAN TV. You see, as you said, the economic drive, usually that's what makes people to see or to at least look for other ways how to sustain their lives,
yes,
how to take advantage of the society, how to make their life better. And in that thinking of fresh ideas, you might have something doing, you might have business doing, but it might not be sustainable to your, even your own personal economy, talk less of you help the society. Whatever we are doing, definitely we have to think on how to help ourselves and then took the society along too, leveraging on there were a lot of opportunities, economic and technical opportunities that you have to look surrounding you, which are, which can help in, thinking the way the society moves together with it.
Yes.
There are things that are trending, well, others are not trending.
Yes.
But when you look into the opportunities that you have, that's what will give you the good time for you to come and also see, this is an opportunity for me to make good money. Because, for example, in the market today, we have many opportunities on ground. People that we usually sometimes look at them like destitutes, but they are not. They come, some of them came from like these IDPs and whatever, thinking that they can only beg or they can only prostitute. We used to tell them, no, don't. There were a lot of opportunities around here.
Yes.
Only water if you can sell.
Yes.
Only vegetable that you can have with just your less than 50,000 naira capital. You can use that opportunity and help yourself and also help the society. All those kind of things are coming there. So fresh ideas comes is when you think very well. Earlier on, if you remember some years back, we only import bags, even handbags that women are using, or the one we used to travel.
Yes.
But today, we have people that can sew bags for exactly that bags was made in Italy or is made in French or made in England. It's because we sit down and look at it. The tailoring, like fashion and whatever, if you look at it today, has changed. Before, we only see designs of clothes or wares from Europe or in some of these Asian countries.
Yes.
But today, no type of suit, no type of kind of design, especially women, they know they love designs in fashion. So you can see them having it. Is there because our tailors today have improved. Because they always look at the opportunity. You see, I have been, there are a lot of times, some of these tailors used to come to me as a market leader, that they're not making it. Some of them, they're not serious. Concentrate and focus on the business. So even do focus. Sometimes there could be a break, sometimes whereby people, they don't go for clothes, especially when there's hardship. People go for foods and whatever. So as a tailor, when they come to me, they complain about it. I say, look, you have a lot of opportunities. As a tailor, now, being that you are a tailor, look around you. There are over 100 tailors around you. What does those tailors need that they have to leave this environment to go to some kilometers to buy? Look, go and divide your shop into two.
Yes.
Get all those materials. They need scissors, get scissors. They need these files they used to put, they need beads, whatever, get it.
And it will help
before
you.
Of course, it improves. Many of them are happy now because the other tailors, tailors from different places, they can come.
They come over to them to buy.
A tailor that was living 10 kilometers ahead of you, but he has to travel 25 kilometers to go and buy. Now it's 10 kilometers. He will come to you and buy.
Yes.
Those who are close to you, just a few meters away, 100 meters, 10 meters, they will come to your shop and buy. That's diversification in all it should look like. That's what we mean by fresh ideas.
Thank you.
Just take advantage of the society. Look at what is most important that the
That is
society
lacking
needed
there.
and is lacking, or it is scarce. Make it abundant.
Okay. Thank you so much, Abdulaziz Idris. Thank you. That's why I also say that you are a human resource developer, and that has not, I have not been disappointed in that statement. Thank you so much, sir. Looking at all we've seen now, that what you said now reminds me of one young boy that met me some years back here in Abuja. We were at the filling station, that filling station that used to be at Pape Junction.
Yes.
I was on the queue waiting to get fuel. Then that it was difficult to get fuel. You stay for up to 4 hours. So we were there, and this young man, he was selling this water in the sachet, pure water. So he came to me. I didn't need to buy the water, but he said, please, I want you to help me. I said, how? He said, because he was carrying those sachets of water, carrying them inside the main bag that is containing them. So I said, okay, if that is what you want, how much would I need to give you to get that bucket? He said about 200 naira that you'll be able to get that bucket.
Yes.
Then money had little value, better than now. So I gave him the money, and he went and bought it. But he finished selling that one he was carrying, then went and bought it. Came back to me. We were still in the queue. So, you know, normally when you're on the queue, it's a long thing.
4 hours, 3 hours. Yeah.
So he still came back to me with a brand new bucket and with water, filling it, you know, the sachets, filling it and selling. He came and said, sir, I don't buy it, I don't buy it. I said, okay, that he has bought the bucket. I said, okay, that's good. He said, this is it. I said, it's okay, go ahead. Go ahead and do your business. He said, thank you, sir. I said, all right. He went on. I was happy that he had the mind to come, not to ask me to give him money for anything else, but to get to help his business grow. And honestly, while we were there, he finished that bucket and went and bought another sachet, another bag of water, and filled the sachet, the bucket again, and continued. So that gave me great encouragement. So you see, from what you're saying, there are little things you can do to make all the difference. Okay, let's hear from Harrison. Harrison, Prince, let's see whether, yes, we can hear you well now this time, and give us a fresh idea that can help someone that is watching on this program.
Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you again for this opportunity. Just like you speak as a right? And from experience, one of the things that
it's like it's cutting from that side. It's like it's cutting. The thing is cutting. The audio. Go on. Keep speaking. Let's see if it will improve.
All right. So there are certain factors that as a Nigerian, whatever it is you want to have on particular. The first thing that I think you should take note of in 2026 is the location. The location of the business that you are doing. Not all locations are favorable for any kind of business. And I want to say that everyone should right.
Oh, it's quite a pity we are really. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so the demand that is available in your community, the demand that is available in the state to find is what right? Everyone can understand trying to not be better.
Okay.
There are things that that better.
Yes, each time you come closer to your mouthpiece, it gets better for us to hear. So keep getting closer so that we'll hear. Yes. Go ahead. Yes.
So I said, as an entrepreneur, to be very intentional about the demand of the market, whatever you find there, right? Think that entrepreneurs cannot demand of the community that they are in. There are states that certain kinds of businesses do not get in. There are states that certain kinds of businesses will not flourish more. Not because they are not good business ideas, but because the demand for good businesses are not those communities, right? So whatever you do as an entrepreneur, just be sure that the demand first. If you can identify the problem of demand in the market, then you will be able to explain as much to the customer, right, and having to get the right person, because taking the demand in the market is seeing where the problem is, seeing where the problem is, and position yourself as a solution provider. Thank you.
Okay. Just almost as Abdulaziz has said here, look for the area where you can position yourself as a solution provider. These are your own words, yes. And there are many things, there are many ways people can find this, you know, like someone who knows, just as he mentioned, and I also brought something, like at a time when there is need for anything. It could range from food to infrastructure, you know, it could be anything. But as far as someone knows that this is where this thing is needed, that it will be okay. There is even something I was thinking about some time ago. I went somewhere, I found out that it was a kind of an elitist zone where only people that drive, you know, can come into. But people who trek, who walk into the place, who are not chauffeur-driven or who don't even have their own, find it difficult. But they still keep going there because there is need for them to be there. It got to a stage I started thinking, why not these people arrange for keke, you know, the tricycle, to be here and be taking people in and bringing them out. And it was my worry. I said, I wish I were to be around here. That's what I will arrange, even if it's only one. We'll begin with one. Get one and see how the business goes before a second, third, and fourth will come in. But surprisingly, by the time I got back to that place some months later, I saw the thing I had in mind, that it has happened. So that means that someone had also reasoned the way I did and made available that so as to make it easy for people who do not have their own vehicles to come in and go out from that area or estate. That's good. Thank you. I will return to you, Abdulaziz. Please, looking at it again, I will want more practical terms. But you know, what I want to say is now, what would you define or describe or explain as the reasons for which these things happen in the first place? That is the lack. Why should it be that there are businesses for people, but it's not working? Why is it not working? What is the reason for it? Would you say it's laziness on the part of people or what?
There are so many reasons why sometimes people started business and either business midway collapses or even at the beginning it crumbles. There are so many reasons of failures in business. You see, whenever we are looking, we have to look at those who were able to succeed, how do they succeed when they set up a business on fair? I was able to read, though it has been long ago, I was able to read from the history of MK Abiola, who many Nigerians knows him that time as number one business mogul in Nigeria. In fact, if it at that time, maybe we can equate him with Dangote at this point of time, back in early 70s and 80s.
80s, yes.
This is the man that when you read from history, you find out that this man started from a scratch. You understand? People that started from a scratch and they were able to succeed at the end. These are the people who whenever you were able to discover them or you have a conversation with them, you can be able to understand how they endure, how focus, how they even went to do some researches before they enter any businesses. You understand? But yet that does not mean they were not failing. They fail in business and they wake up to another one. They lost here and they make gains there. That's how the business comes up. Now, practically, what we are seeing today in entrepreneurship, for example, I can give you an example of many people that are around me that were able to start a business today, but today they were either not in the market entirely or they were completely out of business entirely. They were driven out entirely. They are jobless. I can even call it that way. It happens. Number one problem we have here, even in Africa, is lack of management. Business management is our major problem. Sometimes we don't want to learn from new modern techniques. You understand? And we only take old local paths that our business people that have been doing it century ago or even decades ago. There's a need for you to innovate. You need to recreate and change things. Come with new patterns when you're doing business, but that's one major problem why sometimes our businesses collapse due to lack of innovations and initiations. These are one major problem. Then on the second note, majority of times though it's still part of management, so you can see somebody having capital, for example, maybe let me just give an example of 1 million naira capital, but his level of spending does not tally or commensurate with what the profit he's getting on a daily basis. If his profit, he is getting a profit of, let's say, 5,000 naira every day, out of that 1 million, for example, you understand? And his spending goes beyond 10,000 on daily basis. You see, it doesn't tally.
Yes, it doesn't tally at all.
So he will end up having losses because by the end of it, he has made profit, but he spent more.
Yes.
That spending more will, over a time, create a gap, and that gap will make him to become bankrupt over a day because maybe he's not, especially we don't check. You come to somebody who has a business venture or a show or whatever, he doesn't have record. You understand? Lack of recording, lack of doing P&L every month or every week, profit and loss, so that you know what you earn, what you lost, what you gain. It's a major problem whereby our people every day make their business to collapse. Then on the second note, somebody might set up a business. Instead of, maybe he has a good capital. He set up a place very well. You understand? But instead of to look for professional hands, people that knows that business, young guys that read about that, or they study about it, or they put it in practical, they learn it, we now start looking at, say, let's only be our brothers that we bring, or our sisters. That thing is killing business too. In reality, I'm not talking about any theoretical. This is real, that's what I'm saying, you understand? This is what, whenever you go into businesses in Nigerian markets, in Nigerian clusters around you, you will find out this is what is really happening. Living businesses just within your only brothers and sisters, you understand? And some of them, when they come, their only focus is how to make the money. Not you thinking about how to make your business to get bigger and grow and grow and grow. I was reading little about Dangote. Dangote is now number one in Africa, and I think he's somewhere within 60 or 70 in the whole world. We're talking about 7 point something billion people in the world. Dangote successes didn't start today. It's something that we have to learn from people like him. He has many pulse and he has many rights.
Okay.
Because when you read from him, you learn that this man started also business from a scratch.
Yes.
He started building the business not today. He started from small.
Yes.
So
yes.
don't
From the very scratch,
don't undermine that small capital you have. But lack of focus, lack of management, especially now, apart from management, we are in era of innovations and creations. We're having AI, we're in digital age, 21st century. If, for example, let's leave about market, not only in market, for example, let's look at the health sector. The health sector today, you can see today, resident doctors are starting to strike.
Yes.
I think either they say today or next tomorrow they're starting,
yes.
despite the one they have been over a month.
Yes, and in actual fact, resident doctors are not doing anything right now because they can't work alone in the hospitals.
So now go to all houses around you, check around your relatives and families. There's no house you go that you find there's nobody who is not sick. There must be at least one or two persons that are sick.
Yes.
Now, if you go to hospitals, majority of federal or state or local government hospitals, you find out that people are there queuing. They wanted to see doctor.
Yes.
The doctor is not there.
Not there.
Or the hours they give. In some hospitals, you see that instead of that, they give 12 hours. Now they owe 24 hours. They only give 2 or 3 hours to come and visit and just see some people, few people, and go. If you didn't come on time, you won't even get the number to see them. Now we have a very great opportunity for those, especially those who are in the health sector. They can provide a platform whereby you can see doctor online.
Yes.
You of money.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
You subscribe and you can see doctor can examine you with bubble examination only if where it warrants that you have to bring yourself physically.
Yes.
The doctor can direct you to where you can go for researches, labs and whatever.
Yes.
You understand? So that's why nowadays resident doctors, this strike presently is making seriously on problems of ailments, whereby you can see now people are sick every day. You understand? The sickness, the level of sickness now you see in the community is very, very alarming. But if to say we can be able to innovate something like this, it will help. So likewise, in the sense of in the local business empire, we also have to look into all these areas where we are the one making the business to fail.
Yes.
It's not like the government. We always blame government. What can government do?
There are some areas or some aspects that concern the individuals, not just the government, that can make a whole lot of difference for everyone. Both, like in this medical one, both the patients, the doctors, and other medical staff, everybody gains out of this. Thank you so much, sir. We will still return. But let's pick something again from Harrison. Harrison, you see that there are places, just as we mentioned, there are places that there are some lacks that must be filled up, but some people are not doing it. And I've just asked him, and he has told us the reasons for which some people fail in business. Some people have made all the effort. Maybe you can say they have done all they feel they can do. They are not succeeding. But it's because they have not looked for, professionals that can help them, just as he mentioned. But there is something I'm thinking about. This new tax regime, there is, I've heard that in the new tax regime, if a business person does not have effective record, that there'll be problem. There'll be problem. So I want to say, what do you give to people, especially people who are doing fresh businesses, what advice do you give them, in the sense of record keeping, or bookkeeping, if you like, so that they will be able to succeed in their businesses?
All right. Just like Mr. said, I want to draw a leaf from what you said now.
Okay.
I would wonder I will have to answer what you say, right? So if I'm to sum up everything that Mr. Idris had said, I'm
Yeah.
going to say is lack of proper systems, right?
Yes, yes.
It's one thing to be an entrepreneur, and it's another thing to be a. We have many entrepreneurs who are not managers. That's why most businesses in Nigeria fail. You can have the zeal to start a business, right? But have no proper understanding of how to run a business. And in running a business, part of the things that are vital in running any business is your financial management. And thanks to the new tax records, you ensure
Yeah.
Nigerians have tax records, right? And you may not be able to as an entrepreneur. That's why you have institutions, that's why you have agencies, financial management agencies. And that's why you have business developers. This is one of the major roles of a business developer in every business. Right? What the business developer does is to help you to keep financial records and not just to keep financial records, but to use your financial records for a better future for your business with your income, your revenue, and your cost, the business developer can tell what his annual account is profitable. If the business is failing, if your business is stuck, or if your business is going backward. Right? So the solution to what tax reforms have brought out is to get yourself every Nigerian entrepreneur should get a business developer, right? Hire a proper business developer who can help you with making um, uh, from your finances. Basically, what you know about finances is keeping your incomes and your revenue.
Expenditure.
You have beyond that,
Yes.
right? Being a financial, having a financial record is beyond knowing figures, right? You know that data is the mother of information. And without data, we can't have information. So what data does for the business developer to help him or her rather, make informed decisions about the future of the business. He can tell this is what this business becomes if we focus on this place, depending on what we are seeing on the data. If we focus on area, this is where we if we stop doing of this. From the financial record that we have, we spend less of this. We'll be able to make more of this, right? So this is in one thing I would help a business developer so that you cannot just only keep records, but so that you can make profitable decisions from the financial record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that is an effective with what he has said, as Abdulaziz has said. Thank you so much. Saying that data is the mother of information. That when you have effective data, then you'll be able to have the information that you need to help you carry out the extension of your business to make it grow. Oh, well, thank you so much. We will be, because we have just limited time now, we'll be trying to round off this segment, and then we will take another segment, after which we may have to conclude the program. But before we conclude, I want to say that someone is watching, and definitely someone is taking record, and someone can say, I understand, I think I'm being helped with this topic, fresh business ideas, and coping with the economy. Harrison, I want to say, when someone comes to you straight, because you're a developer, a business development consultant, so you're a business developer, as you said that there is need for people to go to business developers. When someone comes to you and he has said, I've done everything I can, there is nothing else I know to do. What do you say to that person? Because the person needs to still stay afloat, but he says he has finished all that he knows, and nothing has happened. What is your word of advice? What advice do you have for such a person? That's the last question I have for you today. And after that, also advise those who may want to go into business on how to go into it. Though you've already did it at the beginning, but let's do it as a cap-up again.
All right. So I'm going to answer the two questions
Yes.
with this answer.
Okay.
So when someone comes and says, I have done all I can, right? It's, you have just done all that you know.
Yes.
Whatever that you are doing is from the outcome. You know, you cannot become
Do what you do not know.
more than
Yes.
what you know,
Yes.
right? So when you come and say, I have done all I can, I will ask you one question. What do you know?
Yes.
From whatever you're doing, the ability that you're doing, the ability
That
that you have,
are
coming
not
from
right.
knowledge, right? So what do you know? You will realize by the time I'm done with you, you realize that the reason why you are failing is because of many things that you do not know.
Lack of knowledge in
Anytime
some
a man,
areas.
anytime a man fails in business, a man fails in entrepreneurship, is because of what he does not know and what he is not doing. It's, it's possible that you know something, one simple thing, but you just neglect it. For example, one of the things I think you neglect well is the issue of hiring and firing. And it's very mentioned people, especially Nigerians, play to hire the wrong person, hire the right person.
Aha. Hire the wrong person
So
and fire the right person. That's a
exactly,
problem.
and no business is better if you don't know how to hire and fire.
Fire, yes.
I was reading Tommy Otola's making bid, and he stated this clearly, and I was like, oh wow, this is actually it's not just a small thing; it's on the field, right? So
Yes.
this is now your last question, right? Before you start a business, make sure that you have done your feasibility studies. Answer this question: why am I people? Most Nigerian businesses do things that they want, not things that the market wants. They do things out of content. Demand in the market does not respond to passion. The passion of entrepreneur. It responds to demand. There has to be a demand that we are solving.
Responding to
I cannot
a
enter a
demand.
business because my father likes trading and he was in trading, maybe he was in tailoring. So I want to continue the business. If the community is not with the problem that trading can solve or tailoring can solve, there is no need for me going into it. So beyond your passion, beyond what you feel is your passion, you should you should be careful for application. If this market needs this thing, then last what we call passion when we are doing that is environmentally influenced, right? When I was growing up, I wanted to do something else than what I am now, right? And it's because of what I saw in my environment, I fell involved with that thing. But we realize later in life that your passion can only come up from a thing. Passion in life. So you cannot say you have a passion over something until you are proving yourself able to solve that problem. So most people go into business with strict passions, whereas there are two passions in problem solving. And the kind of that they need to find out for themselves that any problem are repeated. So that's what I have to say for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Harrison Prince. That's how I also conclude with you, and I'll come over here to conclude with Abdulaziz too. I want to say thank you so much, Harrison. This is our first time of having you all day. Definitely will not be the last. We'll still have to get you on so that we'll share some more. Thanks for helping with your wise counsel. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now we'll return to you, sir. Abdulaziz, this is also asking for your last contribution to the program. What advice do you have for the people? Because of time, we'll just take it within a limited time.
Yeah. My advice here is that I know we're talking about fresh business ideas, especially that now the Nigerian economy, especially at the micro level, is grappling with a lot of challenges. What I'm trying to say here, I heard when Harrison was talking about consultation, research, and whatever earlier on. So my own take here was that I have seen a lot of people that, yes, they came, they have the capital, maybe they left service, they were able to collect their grant, pension, gratuity, and whatever. And they are looking for idea on how to develop a business. But they either ended up in a wrong place instead of right place, or they ended up at a wrong business instead of the right business due to lack of research and consultation. Any business that you want to do, make research on it. Consult experts and professionals. Hire the right persons. Don't hire, as he said, or go consult the wrong person. The idea might become delusional because you might not get the right result. So what I'm trying to say here is, just particularly, I want to take one aspect that is even within the permit business or permit entrepreneurship. I want to discuss just something from our, especially from our northern environment, from our northern society. There's one, particularly this farming that our people used to do in the panels called hibiscus farming.
That is the one that is referred to as Zobo.
Zobo. So that business really, I mean, that farming helps a lot of people to make great income. People have become rich in local areas. Local business farmers were made to become, some of them even millionaires over time. But at a certain time, some people, especially from cities, they now find out that business is lucrative. So let's go into it. They don't do the palm, but they come to market to buy this soap. You understand? And they do not make consultation or research. They ventured into just
because they see there's money.
Because there's money, so they just into market and start buying it. And they ended up making loss, great loss. Somebody invested 100 million, he ended up getting only 30 to 40 million back. You understand? That's a great loss.
A great loss.
Which can give hypertension. And it's because due to the lack of that research and consultation. If you do it, you definitely ended up, you cannot fall into the bad hands, or you cannot go and start buying something that you don't know how to process it. Some is lack of knowledge of how to store it. The type of the product that you are going to buy is of different types. There are ones that are to go for storage, for longer time of storage. There are others that are very, very potent. They're very good quality that even the foreign and whatever, those who are exporting it, if you export it, the country you took it, that's the one they were looking for. There were some specific ones that they are not looking for. Apart from that, the cleanliness of it, how you process it very well. All these things are knowledge that you need to know before you get into it. In the palms there, the farmers too, they have their own problems. This Zobo farming, according to experts, it doesn't need it to be mingling or to combine it with other type of farming products like benny seed, millet, and whatever. No, do it in a separate place. That will make it to give you high quality and also yield so much fruits. But the problem is compounding because many of us, I mean, we don't go for consultation. We don't go for research. These are the major problems we have.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll have to let it be at this point. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you are here again. The convener of Abuja Traders and Entrepreneurs Roundtable. Thank you so much for being here.
It is my pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to have you on the program. Please do come again because we still need a lot of your
expertise on the program. You know, I enjoy it. I'll come for it.
And dear viewer, that is how we'll conclude our discussion this day. We'll just get on to say that we have our to flow, and from there we'll end the program. On behalf of Harrison, that had been there at the very beginning with us, Harrison Prince, and Abdulaziz Idris, this is Okechukwu Onubogu saying, thanks to you for being there. And let me not forget Divine Dabrila. Let me not forget also that I've had Kayode Pamileri and a whole lot of other fellows with whom we have worked, talking about Borelu, Obed. Thank you so much. And it's time. We're just letting it be. But we'll still play our news beat and let it go. From there, we'll go home. Thank you so much. Victor Adeyeye and Victor Chizaya. Thanks a lot to everyone that was involved. Bye for now. Okay, to go on about here.
Nigeria's Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee has pushed back against criticisms from KPMG, asserting that most concerns raised about the country's new tax laws stems from misunderstandings of policy intent rather than actual legislative errors. In its response to KPMG's report titled Nigeria's New Tax Laws, Inherent Errors, Inconsistencies, Gaps and Omissions, the committee acknowledged minor implementation and clerical issues but said the bulk of the critique mischaracterized deliberate policy choices as technical flaws. It stressed that disagreements over policy direction should not be conflated with legislative mistakes. On capital gains taxation, the committee clarified that the framework is progressive, with most investors exempted or eligible for reinvestment relief, countering fears of stock market sell-offs. The committee also highlighted structural improvements overlooked by KPMG, including potential reductions in corporate income tax, expanded VAT credits, exemptions for low-income earners, and stronger incentives for priority sectors. Following the government's response, the consulting firm at the center of the debate is also offering its own clarification. KPMG has clarified that its recent newsletter on Nigeria's new tax laws was meant to guide understanding and implementation, not to criticize government policy. In a statement, the professional services firm said the clarification was necessary after public reaction suggested misinterpretation of the newsletter's intent. KPMG stressed that the publication was designed to provide clarity on the application of the reforms, enhance efficient tax administration, reduce disputes, and build confidence in the system. The firm described Nigeria's recent tax reforms as transformational for fiscal and economic management, with potential to boost revenue and strengthen tax administration. It's noted that complex legislation often requires post-enactment review and refinement, a common practice globally to prevent unintended outcomes. The firm further emphasized that such analyses are standard practice to help taxpayers, businesses, and administrations navigate new regulations effectively. Beyond tax policy, attention is now shifting to energy supply and growing calls for changes in fuel importation. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has called on the federal government to stop importing fuel, insisting that Dangote refinery can meet the country's full petrol demand. IPMAN also dismissed reports linking November 2025 surge in petrol imports to supply breakdowns with Dangote, calling such claims misleading. National President Abubakar Gandhi Shetima stated that marketers have consistently lifted products since Dangote began supplying directly to filling stations, boosting distribution and consumer access. Dangote refinery reiterated that no supply agreements had collapsed, noting that PMS offtake volumes increased from 600 million litres in October 2025 to 1.5 billion litres in December, with daily gantry loading ranging from 31 to 48 million litres. Both IPMAN and Dangote reaffirmed commitment to domestic refining as a sustainable solution for Nigeria's downstream petroleum sector. Nigeria's digital economy is undergoing a major transformation, with Galaxy Backbone leading the charge. The company is expanding beyond government, supporting the federal government's drive to digitize ministries. Most of the 42 to 45 federal ministries are now on its one government cloud system. The initiative aims to boost transparency, reduce corruption, and streamline services. Galaxy Backbone is also enhancing connectivity, cybersecurity, and digital infrastructure, positioning Nigeria as a regional digital hub and planning to scale over the next 5 years. Nigeria is set to invest $460 million from a $500 million World Bank loan in a new fiber infrastructure company to expand climate-resilient broadband nationwide. The project, part of the Building Resilience Digital Infrastructure for Growth initiative, would deploy 90,000 kilometers of fiber to underserved areas. Managed by a mostly private special-purpose vehicle, the government will hold up to 49% equity. Oversight will involve the Ministries of Communications and Finance, with funds released in performance-linked tranches support broader project reach to grow the national broadband network.